gold. Costco is now selling 1-ounce gold bars. They're already selling out fast across the country.
Costco says it can't keep one item in stock. The company's CFO says that they sell out within a matter of hours.
There's a gold rush in the United States. First, it was Costco, who sold $100 million in gold bars last quarter. And now, even Walmart has entered the game. The demand for gold is through the roof. These listings are on the website for a few hours, and then they are gone, sold out. Why is this happening? Because there's a major financial shift. Retail is finally waking up. They realize that their fiat money is not backed by anything, and it can be printed on demand, which is what is happening. Over the last few years, trillions of dollars have been printed, meaning that every dollar you hold in your pocket has been diluted. It's difficult to see the actual money being printed, but now it is obvious in everyday life. Rent is unaffordable. Eggs are more expensive than ever. We even have some used cars costing more than new cars. It is ridiculous. Everything is expensive. Technically, everything is not more expensive. Technically, fiat money has lost so much value that it requires more of it to acquire the same thing. Retail is typically of the mindset, how do we make more money? But because things are so bad right now, the question has shifted to, how do we preserve our wealth? Mind you, this is just inflation in the United States. It is much worse around the world. In Zimbabwe, 284%, Venezuela, 210%, Sudan, 154%, Turkey, 73%, Argentina, 72%. We trust our money in the hands of the government, but they have been so irresponsible that now the grocery bill for a small family can cost multiple hundreds of dollars a week. We have no other choice but to defend ourselves. Retail has finally woken up, and they are fighting to get their hands on the scarcest asset in history, gold. The longest standing form of money. $2,000 for a gold bar, listed and gone in an hour. So with so much demand for gold, how has its price been performing? Over the last 30 days, gold is up 0.82%, and over the last 6 months, gold is up 6.94%. It's not a lot. And it's not because gold is a bad asset. Actually, it's a great asset. The reason is because gold has such a large market cap, 13.8 trillion. It's obvious. Everyone already knows that gold has value. So you can potentially preserve your wealth with gold. But what if you don't have any wealth to preserve? Or what if you're trying to grow your money? That's where Bitcoin comes in. Bitcoin has the same properties as gold, but multiple times better. And most importantly, it is more scarce.
We now only have, I think it's 900 Bitcoin a day that come out, so that gets cut in half. It's not a lot of Bitcoin, but what it does do is it makes Bitcoin more scarce than gold. So for the first time in history, you have an asset that is more scarce than gold.
In what way more scarce?
Let's call it a stock to flow ratio. So the amount of Bitcoin mined every year divided by the amount outstanding, same with gold. And now there'll be, quote unquote, less Bitcoin than gold mined on a relative basis.
The difference between gold and Bitcoin is that gold has a $13.8 trillion market cap and Bitcoin's is only 856 billion. If the market cap of Bitcoin ever reaches the market cap of gold, this would put one Bitcoin at over $600,000 per coin. But of course, since Bitcoin is smaller in market cap, it is subject to more volatility. But like most great assets in history, it is volatile, but in an upward trajectory. And when Bitcoin rises, altcoins tend to follow. There are so many opportunities in crypto. The problem is focusing and choosing them. When a new member joins my community, link down below, we go through their goals, their interests, and we set up a custom game plan for this current bull cycle that's already happening. Every day counts. Eventually, it will be over. And we are still waiting for the major events with Bitcoin that will truly inject capital. The most obvious one is the approval of a Bitcoin ETF, which could unlock trillions. Half of the wealth in the United States is held by baby boomers, and a Bitcoin ETF could help unlock this wealth. There's also hedge funds, companies, institutions that want to buy Bitcoin, but due to regulations and restrictions, they can't. A Bitcoin ETF will fix this. And I think most people underestimate that these companies filing for a Bitcoin ETF, such as BlackRock and Fidelity, are going to have a marketing war pushing this Bitcoin ETF to all of their clients. But an event that many are looking over is that 2024 is an election year. Politicians are going to spend a lot of money. They're going to do whatever it takes to win. Also, rate cuts are likely by central banks, potentially causing even more inflation. And there's even more. 2024, Bitcoin halving. It's only about 100 days away. And when it happens, the block reward will be cut in half from 6.25 Bitcoin to only 3.125 Bitcoin. Keep stacking.